Hey guys, Taylor here with another video. Now if you've recently purchased a MacBook Pro, then you're definitely somebody that appreciates high quality electronics. Now with a MacBook Pro, you get tons of benefits, but it's also really important to make sure that you have the right monitor to go with that beautiful MacBook. Having the right monitor can really improve performance and the visuals on screen. It also gives you tons of extra workspace if that's something you're concerned about. Now in terms of monitors, there are tons of different options available, and it can be difficult to choose the right one for you and your needs. But today, we're going to be breaking down a list of some of the best monitors specifically for the MacBook Pro and going through some of the benefits and features of each to see which might be right for you in your particular situation. Now, as always, I will leave a link to each of these products in the description below, so feel free to check them out there if you're interested. Also, if I do happen to find any discounts, deals, or coupon codes, I'll drop those down below for you as well. So first up, we have the best overall monitor for MacBook Pro, and that's going to be the ASUS Proart Display PA278CV. Now this one is an incredibly well-built monitor. It has a great stand, which means there's high amounts of ergonomic adjustments. It also has wide viewing angles, which means it's great for sharing content, and has great visibility in well-lit settings. Now if you are a content creator, this is one that we definitely recommend, especially for those of you that are working in the sRGB color space. Now do note that this one doesn't support HDR at all, but that said, it has really great gradient handling, and there's no signs of color bleed here. In terms of refresh rate, it comes in at 75 Hz, and this one does have fantastic response times. That means it'll make your Mac experience smoother and snappier. One great feature here is it does have a USB-C input, which means you can dock your laptop, charge it, and it can also access the monitor's USB 3.0 hub with a single USB-C cable, meaning you're not going to need a ton of cables in your setup. This is definitely a monitor that has a ton of great features and options, and one that will pair perfectly with any MacBook Pro. Next up, we have the best ultra-wide monitor for MacBook Pro, and that's going to be the LG 38WN95CW. Now this has an ultra-wide screen at 38 inches, which means it's going to give you tons of space for all those projects. It also has a 3840 by 1600 resolution, and that means you're going to get a fantastically sharp and crisp image. This one does have a curved screen, which feels really well built, but just note that because it is such a big monitor, you won't be able to rotate it into portrait mode, but that said, it does have tilt, swivel, and height adjustments. Now in terms of features here, you'll get two USB 3.0 ports. This even does have a USB-C with Thunderbolt 3, which means that you can charge your MacBook and peripherals. It has a great SDR color gamut and excellent coverage of Adobe RGB color space. Now this one surprisingly has a very high refresh rate at 144 Hz, which means it's even suitable for gaming. It also does have low input lag, which means it's going to be incredibly responsive no matter what project you're working on. It does have a slightly low contrast ratio, but that's pretty standard with an IPS panel. One great feature here is it does have wide viewing angles, which is important when you have such a widescreen monitor. This one also does have built-in speakers and a picture-by-picture mode. So if you are in the market for an ultra-wide monitor, this is definitely the best one that we tested. Now for those of you who are on a bit of budget, and let's be honest, if you've just bought a MacBook, it's entirely understandable, we have our best budget pick today, and that's going to be the ASUS Proart Display PA278QV. Now this is a 27-inch screen monitor with a 1440p resolution. It does come with a stand, and it does have lots of adjustments to make sure that you're comfortable at work or when at play. It has a full 180-degree swivel range. This one also has great wide viewing angles, which makes it an even better option for those of you who are interested in sharing content or work. Also, if you do work in a bright room, it has great visibility, and the reflection handling here is truly excellent. Out of the box, it also has full sRGB coverage, and the color accuracy is fantastic. In terms of response time, you'll find a 75 Hz refresh rate, which results in smoother motion. It's definitely a very responsive and excellent desktop experience. One really cool thing here is it also does have FreeSync support and G-Sync compatibility, which means screen tearing is going to be at an all-time low. Now this one does include 4 USB 3.0 inputs, but there is no USB-C connectivity. This one also doesn't support HDR, but aside from that, there are some other great features, including built-in speakers. It also has a quick fit virtual scale, which allows you to preview and align documents in their actual size before printing. And overall, the total package here is definitely worth the low price, making it our best budget pick today, and one that we highly recommend. Anyway guys, if you are in the market for a new monitor to pair perfectly with your MacBook Pro, hopefully this video was helpful for you in making the right choice. If so, please feel free to give us a thumbs up, as we always appreciate that. Just a reminder, I will leave links to each of these products in the description below so you can check them out there and do a bit of your own research. Also, if I happen to find any discounts, deals, or coupon codes, I will drop those down below for you as well. Also, if you happen to have any questions or comments, feel free to add them below. We do love getting to respond to as many of those as possible. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching today, stay safe out there, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.